Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on both YouTube and Facebook. And Freddie is trying to pull out cords. Anyway, good morning. So, have you ever run out of time? Like in your morning routine and it's just like, oh my God, I have gotten so organized, but today is one of those days when not everything is going to happen. Well, that was my day today. And so I've had to shave some of the usuals off of my list. One of them being my beloved morning walk. I just don't have time. I ran out of time. I made my 2 identical salads, one for the lunchtime and one for dinner. And I made my fat bomb for after work. It's my treat day. And just doing all the things that need to be doing, you know, like things run out of things and you have to run someplace and get them downstairs in my case. And here's one big cat. So anyway, what happens when you've gotten really good at prioritizing and filling your, say, routine in the morning or routine at night when you get home from work, and suddenly you've lost time? Does the anxiety spill out into being ugly with people that don't deserve that? Or have you gotten pretty good at being yourself and so you can go, okay, I've run out of time. I need to reprioritize. I've got 45 minutes to, say, put dinner on the table. Don't have a clue, or I have a clue, but it hasn't happened yet, and there's no co-cook around, so it's going to be your show. You know, if you had something planned that's like a little more labor intensive and when you thought you had more time, do you shift to what you had planned for the next night or something like that? Or do you pull out a leftover and say you'll do, add some steamed veggies picked at their peak? What do you guys do? So sadly, I had to forfeit my walk because I wanted to do the video and run around like a banshee making sure everything got ready. And on my Lose It app, I wanted to make sure that my foods were put in and tweaked and taken care of. If not for a couple of days, at least for today. And then I put in a couple of new recipes, the beef stew that I made and yet another salad combo. And I just wanted to be exacting because that's what happens when you're a Virgo and you have food problems, I guess. So what do you guys do? Tell me below. I gave up my walk. I have to hop in the shower now. And I even debated, will I do one fully clothed or will I just continue with my bathrobe? And I said, I'm just going to quickly do this with my bathrobe because the whole production part of doing a video can happen while I'm in the shower. And that makes me happy because it's a multitasking sort of thing. Do you guys ever do that? I mean, you know, I need the clear runway in the kitchen to get everything done. And you just make sure all the supplies were there. And I did that today, and washing all the little dishes and containers and this and that I'll have to, you know, I mean, they're washed from yesterday, but pulling them out and reloading them and getting ready for work, all that stuff. So anyway, back to Bob's Red Mill potato starch. So I think my 1 tablespoon per day was a little exuberant. And I found myself with a rock-solid minnow pot yesterday. And it wasn't uncomfortable except aesthetically, because suddenly I felt like I had gained a whole bunch of weight. The tummy wasn't reacting because the tummy probably liked all those prebiotics. But I'm not going to have any Bob's Red Mill potato starch for a couple of days and just slow that down. And I probably, if I do go back to it, I will do something like a half a tablespoon every other day. And I'll do it at night because I've been doing it at lunch and feeling okay. And then yesterday, my first day back at work, my 4th day of doing it, it was like lead. And so if you are pulling out that potato starch, and I haven't gotten to the section in Dr. Hyman's book, that's the problem with a Kindle. You can't just kind of like, you know, move forward real quick. So I did go online to see if other people had the same issues. And I think being a female, it's one more thing, because I suffer from not gas, but that bloated feeling, from swallowing too much air through the day for talking. I don't know what it is, but my body just loves to bloat up as the day goes along. Those white pants in the summer that fit all the way till noon, by the time it's 5, spring is bursting out all over. So anyway, learn as you go, right? So if this is another one of those things where the experiment cost me $5, oh well. I know that I was doing chia seeds at one point. This is a few years ago, long before Weight Watchers. And I had the same problem that, like, they probably were doing good inside of me, but I don't know. So in buying those Health Warrior chia bars, like I have been doing in the last month, I do find a little bit of that woo blowing up. And it's not uncomfortable in my stomach, it's just uncomfortable to have the stomach bloated. So, I don't know, maybe I get enough of the good stuff from my Faiyi yogurt, which is a probiotic, but I was feeding the probiotics with the prebiotic. Who knows? So, before you go into it with as much excitement as I did, just beware that if you are a female and you started off with a tablespoon, you might run into the same feeling that I have, and I figure it'll take a few days to come out of it, okay? So, anyway, that's it for today. What happens when you have to reprioritize, when your usual schedule in your head needs some crossing off and adjusting because you've lost precious time that you usually had in your routine, be it morning, noon, night, whenever it is that you kind of pull your food act together. Have a wonderful day. This has been Sarah. Bye-bye for now.